everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back in a 6222 Swiss draft. And here we go. Alright, we've got Abundant Maw, Mercurial Geist, Spreading Flames, Boon of Emrakul, Vilden Pack Outcast, Tattered Haunter. That's about it. Guess I'm leaning towards the Boon of Emrakul just because it's well-priced, solid removal. I personally like the Maw. Some people don't. Yeah, I guess we'll just start it off with removal. Black is apparently the weakest color, according to everybody, but I haven't really discovered that yet, so I guess I'm willing to play it. Just quick reminder, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Inez27. And like the video if you do enjoy the content. Thank you. So we can take boon number 2. We have Blessed Alliance. I mean, probably just stay on color, take the second boon. No problemos there. I like Nebelgast Herald a lot. Card is good. I don't know how I feel about it, Identity Thief. Overall, I guess it's okay. Paying 4 mana for a 0/3, sometimes you just can't afford to do that. Let's take the boon. El Boonarino. Ooh, passed a murder and another boon. Well, alright. Jeez, Incendiary Flow in here too? My gosh. Yeah, we're going to take murder. As Travis says, I'm pro-murder. Alright, what do you got for me now? So, got Wailing Ghoul, which is good maybe for Delirium or blue-black. We have Graph Rats, which is basically only good with Midnight Scavengers. Not that I wouldn't want to run Midnight Scavengers. Weirded Vampire, which is fine if you have any sort of madness outlet. It might be an okay time to take the Weirded Vampire. I mean, Furyblade Vampire is pretty good too, but might as well continue to cut black here. I like Borrowed Grace a lot, but it's not worth branching into white for. I mean, Furyblade Vampire turns on Weirded Vampire, but I don't know. I haven't been blown away by Furyblade. If you have just tons of madness, it's fantastic, but we'll take the Weirded Vamp over the Graph Rats for now. Ooh, well, here's the Scavengers, I guess. Usually the Scavengers are the hard part, and finding plenty of Graph Rats shouldn't be a problem, so I guess I'll keep my eye open for Graph Rats now, but we can slam a Scavenger here and be happy. Ooh, Dusk Feaster. Late as well. We're going to take it over the Borrowed Malevolence. I like the Dusk Feaster a lot. Okay, we can take the Recruitment. No Zambinos yet, but still seems okay, I guess. I mean, nothing in here is worth branching into the colors for. Laboratory Brute's actually an okay card for Delirium. And I guess it's okay with Midnight Scavenger too. Feeds your yard. Usually Scavenger doesn't need to be fed. Guess we'll take Recruitment. Alright. 8 of the Horrid Swarm. You know, actually a reasonable card. Not great though. Otherwise we can take Succumb to Temptation, get a little bit of card advantage. I think we're going to do that. I mean, we've managed to cut black pretty hard. Which, like I said, apparently everybody dislikes now, so sure. Alright, well, we already got one Recruitment. I guess now I can take a Laboratory Brute. I mean, blue-black is a thing, and zombies are that thing in blue-black, so sure. Let's do that. Okay. Thraben Foulbloods came back. Also a zombie. Keep that in mind. But sure, we'll take it here. It's actually... I like Thraben Foulbloods. I think what I like most about it is it goes super late very often. It went super late even before everybody hated black, but now it goes even more super late, and it's a good finisher. Like, a 4/3 Menace for 3 in black, the color that has like access to some of the most inefficient creatures. Very strong card. Well, geez, that might be the record for the latest Boon of Emrakul I've ever seen. Sure, everybody is really attached themselves to this black is weak, black is horrible sort of thing. So let's punish them for that and get all of these powerful black cards. Okay, Wailing Ghoul. It's a zombie, which we're starting to collect a few, which is going to make our cemetery recruitment better. Guess we'll take Thirsting Axe. I played against that deck in the 8-4 that was running Thirsting Axe. I think it was a foil win as well, alongside Call the Bloodline. Kind of like that. Little 5-power lifelinker that they really don't want to block. And if they don't, it costs you a card in hand and some mana, but you do a 10-point life swing. That seems good. All right, let's take this Cathar Shield, I suppose. Ooh, Cryptbreaker. There's a good card to open. Another Scavenger in here as well, but Cryptbreaker's awesome. Just a really nice incremental advantage card. Really like it. Nebelgast Herald would also be fine, and Brazen Wolves I like a lot. I think we're pretty likely to wield a Wailing Ghoul, which would be fine. Be nice to wield a Scavenger, but I don't know how open black is just yet. We'll figure it out. We'll find out. Okay. So what do we got? We've got Nebelgast Herald. We don't have anything in black here that I want to take. I personally like black-green more than blue-black, but, I mean, we've got Herald, Maniac, Drag Under. Our removal is looking rock solid right now, right? Triple Boon and Murder can pretty much deal with everything. So I'm not sure we need the Drag Under, although I do like the card a lot. I probably want the Herald. I like that it's evasive. I like that it taps down. I've just really been impressed with this card, despite the fact that it's an X1, of course. Maniac, of course, is also very good, but not even a but. It's a very good card. Just, you know, obviously it's meant to work with your Emerge, which we currently don't have, but we could still get some. I think regardless, I'd rather have the evasive guy alongside our removal that taps something down. Even though I don't have any other spirits. You can also bring it back with Scavenger, not bad. We'll take it. I think we still need some more creatures. Alright, so we can take the Graph Rats now. There's also Abundant Maw. Ovenwald Observer as well, which some people just don't like for some reason or think is average. I think this card is above average. It's a big bomb. Abundant Maw. We don't have a great deck for it yet. If I'd taken the Maniac, it might have been higher, but I guess I want the Graph Rats because I have the Scavenger. I don't need it, but I also want to lower the curve, you know? Like, why not? Let's get this curve down a little bit. Abundant Maw is pretty slick card, though. We don't have great sack fodder for it, but let's just take Graph Rats. Does seem like a significantly weaker pick, but I'm getting concerned I won't see another Graph Rats, so I just want to make sure that we get it. Because it is powerful to have the two. Ooh, Wretched Griff versus Second Thraben Foulbloods. Well, I mean, are we for sure blue-black? Wretched Griff is a good reason. I love this card. I definitely undervalued it at the beginning of the format. I mean, Foulbloods is good too, and it's a zombie. We don't have like a ton of zombie synergies. We do have the Cryptbreaker, and we have the Recruitment, but that's about it. I probably want this Griff. This card is just great. Let's get some more evasive beats. It is going to incentivize us to probably work pretty hard towards this blue-black. But, I mean, there's also Alchemist Greeting. We don't have any. This card apparently is unimpressive to everybody as well. Let's just take the Wretched Griff. He's so wretched. Okay, so now we have Borrowed Malevolence, Exultant Cultist. So Cultist works better with our Wretched Griff. Malevolence is good, certainly. I think Cultist is slightly better, because we're still a little bit creature light. Not like severely creature light, but enough where I want to make sure we have enough. Malevolence is an excellent combat trick / removal spell. But Cultist is very good. Like I think this card's just slightly better than Malevolence. It's going to be worse if we don't end up in blue, but I think we are going to end up in blue. Ooh, second Dusk Feaster. Well, that's a nice pickup for us. How are we looking in the Delirium department? So we have Brute that feeds it. We've got Creature, Enchantment, Instant. No Sorcery? No, we do. Cemetery Recruitment. All right. Looking pretty good so far. Guess we take a second recruitment. I mean, we have some zombies here. Alright, could take the Graph Harvest. It's also Fortune's Favor. So wait a second. You have to exile creatures in your yard to make Graph Harvest good. We do have Crypt Breaker that works well with it. Wailing Ghoul. Foul Blood, but that's kind of redundant, I guess, with the Delirium ability. Laboratory Brute. It's probably not worth building towards. Could take the Field Creeper for Delirium. There's also Wailing Ghoul, more zombies. And the Wailing Ghouls work well with the recruitments. They feed it and they can let you draw a discard, and they work well with the Feaster. Still think I'm going to take Fortune's Favor. I've been really impressed with this card. It also feeds your Delirium and gives you card advantage at the same time. Alright, now I kind of want the mutation. I like the Wailing Ghoul too, but I've been really impressed with mutation, I admit. And we already have a little bit of self-mill, so it's nice. It's a good card. Mutation is good. Not even Seems is. Alright, second Temptation, or I doubt we need a second Temptation. We already have a Fortune's Favor and a Succumb, so let's just take the Dismissal, I guess. We really don't need that either. I don't need overpriced counter spells. Well, we're going to hack this Courageous Outrider because it's outrageous that this Courageous Outrider is that late. Let's take a second Foul Blood, though. More zombies for our deck. We'll just take the blue card, I guess. Well, people don't like white cards, I guess, either. What are people drafting exactly? Unfortunately, this pack is a bit of a miss for us. I think we probably take the mutation just because I've been pretty impressed with it. Does a big old life swing. I mean, Bishop's very strong. Skinner's obviously a big win con, but I'm at 22 cards. I mean, theoretically, I could just dip out of blue. Nothing I have in blue is super motivating me to stick around with it. But, I mean, it has felt like green has been getting cut from both directions. I don't remember seeing anything. That's not true. I guess we saw the Uvenwald Observer. I mean, people are definitely in green. Skinner's also very strong, but what are the chances of me ending up playing Mutation? I actually don't know how great they are. I mean, we're at 22 cards already. We're going to find we need some more creatures. I think we'll just take the Skinner, just in case green somehow works out. Ooh, Thing in the Ice. What do I have that even works with that? We have Recruitments, Murder, Temptation, Fortune's Favor. Theoretically, we could get this Thing in the Ice to work. Erdwell Illuminator got worse. It's not a huge deal. It used to be pretty bomby, but now it's just slightly worse. We'll take Thing in the Ice. I mean, this card is a win condition. We could still definitely find more gasoline to work with that. Let's take it. Ooh, geez. It's a nice bomby card to be passed. There's a Murderous Compulsion here too, but Masterpiece is a bomb. We'll take it. Works well with our self-mill as well. We'll take it over the Stitchwing Scab. And like I said, over the Compulsion, even though I do want Compulsion in this deck. I don't think we have no, we do have a Madness Outlet. Crypt Breaker Murderous Compulsion is nice. That is nice. Make it 2/2, kill your guy at instant speed. Pretty slick. Taking the Masterpiece though, because bomb. Also Zombie Bomb. Alright, Engulf the Shore actually pretty good. Especially when you have high toughness creatures, which I guess we don't have a lot of on the early side, but if you have a Dusk Feaster out, there's a good chance Engulf does everything you want it to do. Engulf's got some good value to it. I think we'll take it. It's also kind of cool. It's actually really cool with Thing in the Ice. You cast Engulf the shore. This flips in response. Well, I guess you're bouncing everything anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. But, it's a way to flip Thing in the Ice, I guess. Otherwise, we could take Scrutiny. But, I mean, Engulf's got some good upside to it. It can definitely save your life. And I don't know if this really looks like a Pale Rider deck so much anyway. Did I say anyway twice? It's weird. Alright. So Aristocrat with no other value. Seagraph Scab because it's cheap and a zombie. Pretty underwhelming card overall. I guess we can take Mutation now or Deny Existence. Let's just take the Mutation. It's more Thing in the Ice value. Value, my favorite word. Crow of Dark Tidings is a zombie, is evasive, works with Delirium, feels like a perfect fit for our deck, so we'll take it. Alright, Skeleton. If I'd taken the Aristocrat, we would have had a little 2-card combo, but that's alright. It might make the deck. We're already looking like we got to make some serious cuts here. I guess we can take the Scab. I don't think it's going to make the deck, but relevant creature type for us. So I guess Hound of the Farbogs is a zombie. Guess we can take it for that reason. Probably don't need it. Probably don't need a lot of these things. We'll figure it out. Recruitment is just hard value in a deck that has enough zombies, though. And we actually do look like we have enough zombies. I mean, we can do a count here, right? What do we got? Cryptbreaker, Scab, Ghoul. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9? 9 is a very, very reasonable count with Cemetery Recruitment. Ooh, we'll press for answers. We also have this Rotten Heart Ghoul. Look at that Rotten Heart he's carrying around. I love how it's like, does he have a Rotten Heart? No, he's just carrying it in his hands. I guess we'll take the press for answers. We're good. So we take the Carriage. This really isn't a Carriage deck, but we might have a little bit of a hard time getting Delirium. I'm not like super concerned about it. Basically, we have Enchantment, Instant, Sorcery, Creature, Land, because could theoretically mill it. All right, well, we'll get Wicker Witch, and then it won't even be an issue. So, a million cards to cut, always the greatest problem to have. Well, I doubt we'll need a second Seagraph Scab, so Deny Existence for sideboard. All right. So we have some cuts to make, my friends. Let's figure this out. Yes, thank you. All right. So I think we're hacking. What are we hacking? Probably the Vampire, right? Don't need a Hill Giant with no... Well, that's not true. We do have the Madness Outlet, but whatever. I think Skeleton gets hacked. Basically, I'm just cutting cards that really don't seem like they're what this deck needs, or what this deck wants. Probably cutting Merciless Resolve. It's actually pretty good for Delirium, but I think we've got better card draw going. And I might not even play both Fortune's Favor and Succumb to Temptation. So Wicker Witch's entire purpose is to turn on Delirium. What is all of our Delirium? We basically just have 2 Dusk Feasters and a Hound of the Farbogs. And the Hound probably doesn't even make the deck. I mean, it's basically like Draven Foulblood's more expensive, not that good brother. And we already have 2 Foulbloods, so it seems like we'd probably cut that too. Yeah, I guess so. Definitely keeping the Dusk Feasters. And our Masterpiece is nice too. Masterpiece Theater over here. I mean, there's just enough upside to Cultist where even when you don't have a ton of synergy with it, we do. I guess we have the Wretched Griff, but it's just good. Just a good card. No one wants to attack into it. I probably like it more than Wicker Witch. Like, if we separate this out, what are we looking at? So, I mean, what are the must-not cuts, right? Like, I probably just want to keep all of our hard removal. So, Murder and Triple Boon are just staying. That is just happening. I don't think we want to cut Engulf. Like I said, that card is like, you can do some pretty nasty stuff with Engulf the Shore. Especially since we have some big bombs. So it's like all of our creatures stay. My big flyers stay. Your entire board is wiped. It's pretty nice. Let's cut the Seagraph Scab because it's whatever. I don't think I want a 2-mana 1/3. So we still have to make... I think we're going to play 17 lands. We don't need 18. And I think with the high value spells that we have, we certainly don't need to run 16. So I like Fortune's Favor more than Succumb, considering that it actually feeds your yard. I don't know. I've just been impressed with the card. So I could cut Succumb to Temptation. I could succumb to my temptation to cut it. I think because we have double Cemetery Recruitment, Fortune's Favor, we're already getting enough card advantage. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm pretty tempted to cut the Wicker Witch. How many spells do I have for Thing in the Ice? I hope I have enough. What do I have? Double Recruitment, Press, Mutation. The problem is I'm going to have to cut more spells. Can I even make Thing in the Ice work? I mean, the thing about Thing in the Ice is basically puts the fear of God in your opponent. Like, they're always scared of it. But how easily can we actually flip it? It's going to be difficult. We have 7 spells, and I need to cast 4 of 7 to flip it. That's pretty absurd. Like, this is likely to not happen. It does block, and like I said, it scares the dickens out of your opponent. So, do we even... the cool thing is we have actual other horrors in here. Like, we really do have other horrors. Not a ton, but a couple. Got this Brute and this Masterpiece. Yeah, it does seem like Thing in the Ice is likely to not ever come up, but whatever. I mean, the other thing I can do is maybe we don't need the Mutation. I really do like Mutation, though, especially since we have Self-Mill. It's a nice, solid, soft removal spell. Plus, we have, like, powerful evasion finishers, which I think makes it even better. I'm pretty tempted to cut the Wicker Witch and just not worry about Delirium. Whatever. I mean, we do have Delirium, but it's not enough where I care. So I still have to make at least 3 more cuts? Jeez. Why can't this be easy? We don't need 15 creatures. And maybe the weakest creature is like the Cultist, which is surprising. How many zombies? I mean, just the fact that we have recruitment with Crypt Breaker is pretty nice. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're down to 7. But the more spells, remember, the more... I guess the real problem with Thing in the Ice in this deck is that we have some enchantment-based removal, and it's just taking up a lot of slots in our deck, which just makes this so much more difficult to activate. It could be that we just can't make Thing in the Ice work. We probably can't. I might just have to accept it. I mean, it does block, but it doesn't seem like that's exactly what our deck needs. And if I cut Thing in the Ice, then maybe I can probably cut one of our recruitments too and be good. Or at least be better. We still have to figure out another cut on top of that. Like, I want to run Thing in the Ice. Like I said, the chances of us getting 4 of our 7... Like, resolving 4 of our 7 instants and sorceries in a game... even And assuming that we have Thing in the Ice out for all 4 of those 7 spells is just so unlikely, I think. Otherwise, I mean, it does block well. I wish it could work better in here, but we just have too much anti-synergy with it. I think I'm going to cut it. I'm not happy about it, but it allows us to cut our recruitment. And then I just need one more cut, and it should probably be a spell. So, what's our sorcery count? We have 1, 2... Maybe we cut the mutation, even though I like it. I like all of our other instants more. Like Murder, obviously. Fortune's Favors our 1 card advantage spell, and then Engulf the Shore because it's got high impact, especially when you have bombs out. So maybe we cut the mutation. I could cut the press instead. We don't have a great press deck, but mutation requires that you have a creature. Not that that's a huge deal. Yeah, mutation might actually just be insane for us. We could just gain a bunch of life. Maybe we do cut the press then. Like I said, I'm not like ultra worried about Delirium just for, even though you do want to be able to Delirium out your Dusk Feasters, but let's not over worry about it. Let's not over worry, if that's a word. All right, our curve looks fine. Like obviously we've got these 2 7-drops at the top end, but that's all right. All right, so let's run 17 lands and color a deck. So we've got quite a bit more black than blue, but we do have some blue. What do we got? 11-6. Why don't we just do 10-7 and be cool with that? 10-7 seems fine. We do have 1 double blue, but obviously black is a more important color for us. All right. Yeah, this seems fine. Not a huge fan of blue-black, but this looks like a good deck. Like, we have hard removal, and we have some big-time evasion that will finish the game off. And we have card advantage. Like, it's got everything you could ask for. So, we've got the Graph Rats, Midnight Scavengers, we have Dusk Feasters, Wretched Griff, Masterpiece, Murder, Boons, Flyers, Ground Dudes that are zombies, Incremental Card Advantage, Spontaneous Mutation. Yeah, this looks like a solid deck. We'll run it like this. We'll see you around 1.